Especially on receive. I mean, the speaker in this thing is really clean and crisp sounding.
And the microphone sounds great. You're sounding great over here. I mean, you're just hitting the hotspot, but quality of audio is excellent. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I can also go in through, I have an all-star node here too. Let me see. If you hang on a second, I'll let you tell me which sounds better. This is going through System Fusion into a hotspot, and then give me a second, I'll come back on my all-star node with an FM radio. Alright, this is KC3JS, and now I am currently on an FM radio going in through my all-star node.
Well, your audio is much louder on the other one. This one's the volume is a little lower, but it sounds clearer than the other one did, if it makes any sense.
KK70GC, just a quick comment. Go ahead, comment. Yeah, on the East Coast Reflector Listen Live page, you can actually hear it, and All-Star sounds way better than DMR. Your fusion wasn't bad. But anyway, they have either a Listen Live or a delayed. And you can do a quick little audio check and say, no response required. KK70GC, Fred and Reno, I'll be clear. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Fred. You know, I actually knew that, but yeah, I wasn't thinking of it, so I'm glad you reminded me that they do have a delay. So I could definitely do that. Hear the difference in both of my audios. Yeah, I'm on my Anytone right now, just going in FM into the All-Star node, and I would expect the All-Star node to probably be better because it's not undergoing so many transformations as I suppose like when you're coming in through System Fusion, it's got to convert it, you know, through gateways and all that, and, you know, I don't know at what point it becomes from fusion back to analog again, but yeah, that would make sense.
Well, thank you for that information. I did not know. That was pretty awesome. I did not know.
Yeah, that's the neat thing about amateur radio. Everybody's teaching everybody everything, so we all kind of learn together. Kind of a neat community.
Well, thank you for the contact. I am going to see what else I can do with this thing. I know it works, so let's see what I need to learn to start programming things, at least anyway. Nice talking to you today. This is KF4, CGO. I'm be clear on your final.
Okay, very good. KF4CGO, KC3JS. Okay, well, hope you have fun there, getting it all figured out. There's always a lot to learn, new stuff here, so it should be fun. So 73 is nice talking to you. This is Kilo Charlie 3 Juliet Sierra, listening East Coast Reflector.
Echo 2, Charlie Kilo, mobile.
Charlie Kilo Station. This is Kilo Charlie 3 Juliet Sierra in North Carolina. Where are you mobile at?
Just got more interesting. I'm actually in upstate New York, in the Finger Lakes region right now. Just heading home late from fishing, and got a friend of mine who's actually coming up here from Jacksonville, North Carolina. He's heading up tomorrow morning. He's based down there in the Marine Corps for a while, and he's heading back up here, and we're going to go on a camping trip.
Oh man, that sounds like so much fun. I love that area. I've been there, and I've been camping there, and I love Niagara Falls as well. We would stop at the Finger Lakes and go camping on our way to Niagara Falls. And years ago, when the kids were younger, I used to camp in Canada. Niagara Glen is a campground just on the Canadian side of the falls, and pretty close to the whirlpool. I haven't been there in a long time, but yeah, it's really a beautiful area there. Yes, nice place to go fishing for sure.
For sure, it is a really nice place to be, especially for the fishing. Next time, if you ever do have a next time up here, look into going out towards what's called Old Forge, New York. They got a little lake out there called Little Long Lake, and that's a really good time out that way. They got a water park out there too called Water Safari up in the Adirondacks. So if you had a taste of this and then you had the Niagara Falls there, that would be your next best thing you could go to if you wanted to venture out this way. Again, that'd be a cool stop for you.
Yeah, sounds neat. Yeah, there's so many places around the country that I'd love to go. I haven't, never have the chance to probably see all of the places that I'd like to go. But yeah, we were actually talking about maybe over the 4th, heading up that direction, and eventually making it over to the Canadian side of the falls. 4th of July is always a fun time to be up that way.
Sorry about that. I had to wait for my repeater to get done identifying itself there in Morse code, but yeah, absolutely, that'd be really cool. I know that they have a boat tour there because my parents went on that. I didn't, but my parents did about 5 years ago, and they absolutely loved it. And, they got some cool places out there you could go to eat, and gift shops and things like that, whatever you want to get into, you know, it's pretty much out there, and it's a lot of fun. But, yeah, I'm just heading home now, and I bought a new fishing pole, so I had to go get it wet and give it a try. Caught 2 fish and didn't realize what time it was, and 7 a.m. comes early, so we're just heading home now. It's about a 30-minute ride. We're about 10 minutes in. Got about another 20 minutes to go.
Well, what kind of fishing pole did you get there? Do you do fly fishing, or what kind of fishing do you do?
Jack of all trades, master at none. Hi. No, I just bought a telescopic rod, and came with a medium heavy reel, and I had some really cool lures that I just wanted to see how far this thing would actually cast out with a little bit of test line to it. But I'd have to say I got at least 65-yard cast on that, so it was pretty good. I was impressed. So, and then I got an ultralight rod too that does real good, and I needed something bigger because I'm going out here and fishing these lakes, and that little ultralight reel is not, or that rod is not going to handle it.
That, wow, that sounds like a pretty good cast there. Sounds like it does a good job. Yeah, those are cool, those ones that are telescopic. Yeah, I like that. It's nice to have something small. Yeah, I've done a lot of different kinds of fishing, but yeah, the last time I went fishing I went fly fishing, and I had a friend who taught me how to fly fish, and man, I'll tell you what, that can really get addictive quick. It's a lot of fun.
SWL QSOs for identification. Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's funny because I've never really been fly fishing yet, and I want to, and I'm definitely going to do it. But I have a high interest in making the flies themselves, so I'm looking at getting a fly tying kit and see if I can master doing that. I'd love to do that. It takes a lot of patience, but I'm pretty good with it, so we'll see what happens. But those little bumblebee flies for fishing, these fish up here love them, and I'd like to be able to just master making at least that, because they charge good money for flies, you know, so if I can make them on my own, I'd like to do that.
Yeah, I've never made my own, but my friend did. Yeah, he was really super into it, man. He was really into it. But yeah, I'll tell you, it's really amazing. Sometimes, you know, you just lay that line down on the water, and you know, like before you know it, like they just start jumping like really quick. I mean, there are other times where, you know, you kind of wait and you have to kind of go, you know, back and forth and, you know, keep laying it down, and, you know, but there's other times, man, you barely get that fly in the water, man, and they jump and they just grab it. And, yeah, it can be really exciting, and I've never, like, you know, waded into the water or anything like that, you know. I've always just fished right from the shore, and, you know, if you're in the right spot, I'll tell you what, well, you know, the right time of the day and the right spot, that's really what it comes down to, I think. You know, what kind of fly you have sometimes doesn't hardly even matter. They like, if it if it looks like a bug, man, they're going to get it.
Roger that. I'll tell you a couple of things that I thought were cool. One of them's off topic, just the hair on as far as fishing goes, because it's not to do with fly fishing, but man, I saw these new bobbers they got out now, and at first I thought they had only had these sonar bobbers out, which would be like just a little fish finder that floats on top and shows you, the depth of and everything and where the fish are. Well, no, they actually have a real-time camera that are built into these bobbers that you can cast out, and it shows you the fish, which way they're traveling, and how big they are. It measures them, and yeah, it's amazing, and the depth of it. And, a lot of people used to go out fishing, and they'd be like, oh, it wasn't a good day, or it was a great day. Well, now they have apps on the phone that tell you if you're going to have a good day of fishing, what to fish, what to use, what part of the lake you should fish at. And then they even have this other app where these anglers are going out and they're posting pictures of the fish, so the time of day, the weather conditions, and everything else. And you can follow them, and you can make your own as well. So this new technology is just coming right along, but it'll give you a good idea of a good day to be out and what to do at what time. I just thought that was neat, but I've seen some guys do some pretty serious fly fishing up here on the Salmon River out in Pulaski, New York. I've seen them get really crazy out there. That's pretty awesome, catching those big old salmon on them flies. And what a fight. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, that would be really cool. That would be really cool. Yeah. Well, where I live, we don't really have salmon in the streams around here, but yeah, that would really be a fun thing to do, though. Fishing for salmon, and you know what? I love salmon, man. I love salmon. That's one fish. I would not be throwing those back. That's for sure. Yeah, a lot of times, when I fish, it's just for fun, and I throw them back, but. Yeah, man, if I could get me some good salmon, that would be some good eating.
Absolutely. Yeah, salmon are real fish, especially if the water's nice and the meat's not spongy. Of course, all the stuff are out of cold water up there. And, yeah, I've had a record year this year for myself. I've caught more fish this year than I think I have in the past 5. But I caught a really nice chain pickerel, they're called. It's 23 inches long, about 3.5 pounds, and its teeth were about 1/4 inch in length. And that was a good fight, and I was just glad I had a steel leader on there. But anywho, back to you.
Yeah, very good. By the way, I was going to tell you that bobber with the camera and the sonar and all that, man, that sounds really cool. Yeah, there's a lot of neat new gadgets these days, that are fun to play with for sure. That'd be really cool though to be able to, and the app that you talked about too, that sounds like a really good thing to have. I never really thought about it, honestly. I haven't been fishing in a pretty long time now lately. Yeah, I've been, had to move from Pennsylvania to North Carolina to help take care of my mother-in-law who had Alzheimer's, and she was starting to go downhill and falling, and broke some bones, and so we had to care for her. So yeah, the last year and a half, that's kind of all I've been doing here, and she just recently passed. So I've just been playing a lot of ham radio lately. That's been it. I had a friend that I worked with who, man, he was into parrotfish. He would travel all over the world to fish for parrotfish. And let me tell you what, he had so many pictures. I mean, really good pictures of parrotfish that he caught. And yeah, I think he said his dream job, his parents wanted him to go to med school, but his dream job would be to be like a boat charter or something, and just to fish everything.
Yeah, QSO. Sorry for your loss. Condolences to all parties for that. And I know what that feels like. I've